Okay, guys, how's it going? Um, so we had a pretty awesome war. We did a really good kicking ass. So, kind of wanted to go over some of the attacks. More than anything, I wanted to do something else that I haven't done yet, and it's going to be base identification. I kind of wanted to go over some of the enemy's bases and show them to you guys, so you could look at a base and go, "Oh, this is how I should attack it." Uh, so I'll start off with uh, some of these bases, and the first two are ones that I did. And granted, I have that app where I can attack a base 1,001 times until I get it right and three-star it. But you at least need to know what kind of troops to bring. I mean, you can attack a base a million times, but if you don't bring the right troops, you may never three-star. You may never even get above 40%. So just identifying a base, just learning how to identify a base will help you increase your chances of three-starring a base, whether you have a mock attack app or not. Um, so let's take a look at this one. You see here the expos are up, so you may not want to do an air attack because of that. Because that adds few um, an extra few defensive structures. Uh, these are single target, so you don't want to attack with something. You don't want to attack with a troop that requires a lot of troop space, such as a golem. Golem takes 30 troops, and single target infernos are literally made for golems. So you want to try to use a troop that has low attack, or I mean a lower health amount, but they take almost no troop space, or a small amount of troop space, like hogs. So if you bring 30 some odd hogs, what it's going to do is it's going to overwhelm the base, and whenever it overwhelms the base, these can't. Yeah, you can't heal whenever you're being attacked by it, but it's only going to affect one hog at a time, and there's only two of them. So you're only affecting two hogs while this base is being attacked. So as far as seeing a single target infernos, you probably don't want to do lava hounds, because if they lock onto a hound, that hound is gone in a matter of just a few seconds. Or a go wipe, because if they lock onto the pekkas or golems, you're gone right away too. Go wee wee would be a good attack strategy for this, or like a jai wee wee, which would be giants, wizards, and witches. Uh, would be much better. I'd probably do a jai wee wee over a go wee wee, just because you have six golems versus having, six giants versus having one golem. So you're talking more troops. You want to bring more troops if you can, whenever you're going against single target infernos, which is why I used hogs. The next one is just your standard run-of-the-mill base. You could actually attack this a lot of different ways. If you look at this, the air defenses are kind of overlapping, so you probably don't want to bring a Lavalunian attack, because two air defenses will be focusing on a Lava Hound, so that means the Lava Hound's going to get taken down twice as fast, literally twice as fast as it normally would, because they're too close together. The Archer Queen's pretty far out there, and if you look at her radius, it actually goes outside of the walls. And if you look at the base and you start doing some base identification, you see that more than likely these spots right in the middle here, that spot basically right next to that wall there, that's going to be more than likely a Tesla all the way around, because it's uniform throughout. So I really highly doubt that there are giant bombs. That there are giant bombs there. Basically just looking at the base design, and this is a bad base. A lot of these bases were terrible, honestly, and that's why I did really well in this war. Like I said, what you want to do with this base is you want to do hogs on it. You send in your golem. Your golem comes in, locks onto your cannon and archer tower. You send in a wall breaker, break the wall, and the queen is going to jump out, go after the golem. Once she goes after the golem, you'll take your king and queen. Your king and queen will take her out, and so she's done. And then you send in your hogs after you've done that. Now this base is it's really a no-brainer. If you look at it, the air defenses don't overlap. each other, which is a good thing. None of them overlap each other. And then on top of that, Expos are both down. This is a Lava Hound attack all day long. The way that the whole base has been squared off, this is a easy 3-star Lava Hound attack because you just don't have enough air to take out those Lava Hounds and balloons. I mean, that's how you're going to want to take that one out all day long. Like I said, these are bad bases. This base design, it's pretty open, and you're probably doing it. You know, you might want to send in a like a Go Wipe or a Go La Lune, or I mean, I'm sorry, it's like a Go Wipe, but it uses some balloons, or like a like a Go Wee Wee, and then it uses some balloons, so it's like a Go Low Wee Wee, something like that. Basically, what you want to do is send in a golem after that mortar, actually 2 golems after the mortar. Once you've done that, you can more or less, you can actually send in a couple of hogs for this area here, a couple of hogs for this area here, like probably 4 hogs each, because these two here and these two here will be locked onto the golem. That'll be locked onto the golem. That'll be locked onto the golem. So really, you're only dealing with the wizard tower and a cannon, a wizard tower and a cannon. So you can send in probably 4 hogs each into these perimeters here, and it should take out everything. Then you can send in basically either a pack of Valkyries, or you definitely want to put a jump spell here, but a pack of Valkyries or some P.E.K.K.A.s, and they'll go right into the middle of the base. Once this core has been hollowed out, this area has been taken out, these air defenses are gone. What I would do is I would send in 2 balloons here and 2 balloons here, and then I would send in 2 balloons after that, 2 balloons after that. So you're talking 2, 4, 6, 8. Bring 8 to 12 balloons, and once that's happened, those balloons are actually, they'll take these out. Then so you send in 2 balloons here, 2 balloons here, 2 balloons here, 2 balloons here. So that's 8 balloons right there. They'll take out the cannon, no problem. And you have pretty much no defenses left. That mortar balloon will take out the mortar as well. You basically have no defenses left for this whole base. You could also use a Go La Lune on it, or just a Lava Hound attack on it because the Expos are down. But that's probably the way I would attack that base, and just finish it up with balloons. Once the balloons have taken out these defenses, I mean, your troops are going to play cleanup at that point. I kind of wish I could have attacked that base. That would have been a fun one to do, because I like doing those bases. You don't see them very often where an attack strategy like that would work, but they're a lot of fun to do, especially whenever you have the opportunity to do them over and over and over again. This base was actually a pretty good base design because you can't really use Lava Hounds on it, and I think it got Lava Hound attacked like twice. Didn't do too well against it. Stout got pretty close. It was close but no cigar. I would more than likely hog this base. That's probably what I would use on this base. And the way I would do that is I would send in a golem right over here, and a couple wall breakers for this area. The archer queen will jump over that wall, and then your king and queen, you create your funnel, of course, just like you normally do. So you send in a golem here, create your funnel with your 2 wizards, send in a wall breaker, 2 wall breakers. It will break this area right here. Then your golem goes in, put your king and queen behind that. Your king and queen will come in here and just take out the archer queen, and then you can send in your hogs, and it should be hog wild after that. The only thing that's really troublesome is this area right here might have some giant bombs, but I'm not even 100% sure that that's the case. I would use hogs on this base. The only spot where giant bombs could even be would be behind that, and then behind here as well. And more than likely there's one here. I'm not even sure. I never watched Steve's attack on it. I kind of wish I had, but I didn't. The queen is obviously going to be taken out in a heartbeat, and that's just a terrible placement of the queen, by the way. Don't ever put your queen out there. And from there, I mean, once your queen's gone, you can send in your hogs. I would probably just send in like a couple of hogs, or literally like one giant, and it would distract the cannon, and then just two hogs. And what that does is that'll take out that cannon. So now your hogs don't have to go that direction. They will all basically go right here, just like that. There's no reason for them to go over here because this cannon will be gone. So you just basically need to allow them to path correctly. If you started them right here in this area, they're going to follow this general path. You might have a couple stray this way, but I mean, it would be very few. And once you did that, they would go back this way, and you would end right here. And that's the way your hogs will always path. If you can just imagine, I mean, this is usually how it works. Whenever you're using hogs, just imagine them going through a path of defenses, because that's exactly what they do. They path. Next base. That's a hog base. I'm literally all day long. The queen is right there. The king is right there. Send in hogs, you're done. Actually, probably pretty sure Steve did use hogs on that base. That's screaming to use hog riders. The clan castle lure is easy. Send in 2 hogs to that archer tower, and you have the clan castle lure as well. So that's a piece of cake. Kyle 3-starred this base. This base is, I would do a go-ho, or I mean a go-low, a hollow attack. So it's hogs and loons. The clan castle is pretty far in, and I would probably send in like 3 balloons here, and 3 balloons here, and 3 balloons here. So you're talking 3, 6, 9. 9 balloons. And what's going to happen is once those areas have been taken out, you have to use 3 whenever you're doing level 5 balloons, rather than 2 with level 9, level 6 balloons. So if you're Town Hall 8, this is Town Hall 8 versus Town Hall 8, by the way. So if you have level 5 balloons, you need to bring 3. So 3 balloons here, and here. Once that happens, then you're going to get your clan castle lure, and you're going to be able to take out all 3 of those archer towers, and you should be able to take out that cannon. And honestly, might even send in 2 balloons here and 2 balloons here to take out those cannons. Once you've done that, you've pretty much crippled the base, because all this back end stuff is now gone, and you've lured the clan castle as well. So you're basically pulling a double duty. Castle troops up here, kill them off, and then just send in your hogs right down here by this south camp. So once you've sent in your hogs, I mean, this base is done and over with. There's really nothing that they can do about it. Use your 3 heal spells, and that's over. I think Trayman hogged this base, and I hogged this base, and I almost had the damn thing. Watch my replay. I used hogs on it. If I had clan castle hogs, I'd have gotten 3 stars on it. Or maybe it wasn't this base. Might have been this one. Hell, I don't remember which one it was. This is a perfect base for dragons. So, yeah, I had Blue talking to me about how to look at a base for breaking it down for dragons. And this is one that I would, without a doubt, use dragons. What you basically need to do is you can send in bring a 5 hogs with you, and your clan castle, and put your clan castle down right by this builder's hut. What's going to happen is they're going to take out that cannon. Once they've taken out that cannon, the next closest defense, which they will take out, you don't need a heal spell or anything. The next thing that they're going to take out is this air defense. Level 5 hogs will take out both of these things. That will be gone. Once that's gone, bring 3 lightning spells. And these hogs will also lure out the clan castle whenever they take out both of these defenses. And once they lure out the clan castle, you can send in your dragons right over here, and those clan castle troops will run over to this area. Once they run over here, lightning spell this 3 times, and that air defense is now gone. You have 1 air defense in the entire base. So now you've got a base, I mean, there's nothing they can do about it. You should be able to 3-star it after that's been done. That's how I would attack that base. If somebody's got an air defense that's way out like that, hogs are a good thing to try to bring to get to it. In this case, I probably wouldn't try it with that one, though, just because it is a little farther out, but those wizard towers, being that there's 2 of them and they're both level 6, are going to eat your hogs alive, even if they're level 5. You'll have to bring a heal spell for something like that. This is another base that I would use hogs on, and I think this might have been the one I tried hogging. I did hog this one, and I did it successfully. I would bring hogs on this base, though, and the reason why is because there's not really anywhere that they could have double giant bombs except for up here in the center, in the core. And I was kind of taking my chances, but I figured that they didn't have them, and I was right. These guys didn't do double bombs anywhere, which is stupid on their part. Like I said, it's just a lot of bad base designs. This is a... you could do dragons on this base. It would be kind of difficult. I would probably from the south if I did dragons. I'm not even sure what Kyle brought. He did do dragons. Yep, and he attacked from the south. I mean, granted, he had extra troops, so he had 11 dragons, plus a dragon in the clan castle, so he actually had 12 dragons for this attack. And let's go back here now. I would probably hog this base. The only spot where there's giant bomb possible spot is here. And otherwise, you're not really having to worry about anything. As far as that goes, I honestly don't even know what those are. Let's find out real quick. They just go right around it, don't they? And see, here's something that he did wrong. The thing he should have done was put, and then the wizards, and then the hogs. Because what happens is all these defensive structures will be distracted by the P.E.K.K.A. Because the P.E.K.K.A. is very, very meaty. So it's going to absorb a lot of the blows, and so will his Barb King. And then the hogs can take out the defenses while they're being distracted. So he kind of did that backwards. You want to send in the beefier and your hogs last. You actually did attack completely backwards. They did a good job. He got 2 stars. Well, ass kicker kicking ass. He barely got 2 stars though, but he got it, so that's cool. Yeah, for sure, send in your hogs first, and send in your troops. Also, here's another really neat thing to do. And I mentioned that there might be double bombs here. There's not really any possible way that your hogs would go through those double bombs if you sent them directly towards this area, because what's going to happen is they're going to separate. So they'll go from this cannon to this archer tower and this wizard tower. Or if they go this way, they're going to go this archer tower to this mortar. There's nothing here that's going to draw them into that double bomb spot. So whenever you look at a base, that's something to consider as far as layout goes. How are my hogs going to path? If I lay them out in front of this archer tower, they're going to follow this line right here. And then they'll go to this. And there's probably a Tesla right there, and then they'll go to this. And they're just going to keep going around, and they should finish basically right here whenever they're done. If you just look at the separation and you go, okay, this this gap right here is larger than the other. Don't do that. It's not cool. This gap right here is too large, and this is a really small gap. So they're going to go this way if I send them right towards that archer tower. And you should just be able to see which way your hogs are going to path. It's all about pathing. Another really neat thing, another good idea is to bring, in this case, like 2 giants. So say I wanted to do separate hogs, and I wanted to path, and then I wanted these ones to path this way, and I wanted them to basically meet right here. So my raid will be done really quickly. It's more risky, but it'll make your raid go by real fast, so you won't have to worry about timing. If you're a person that doesn't want to, have to worry about racing the clock. Send in 1 giant on this army camp, and then 1 giant on that archer tower right there, and they have way more hit points than hogs, and so they'll absorb a lot more blows. So then you don't have to worry about your hogs taking as many hits as they're coming in, because the giants will take that fire. Okay, this is actually a pretty good base. I kind of need to take a look at this one. I never really scouted this base to even know how. Just due to the compartments being the size that they are and everything's touching, I would look at maybe bringing golems, valkyries, and wizards, or you could bring balloons and dragons against it. And so you send in your dragons, and then after you send in your dragons, you do a clan castle full of balloons. And do not release your balloons from your clan castle until their clan castle is deployed, because if their clan castle comes out, you get your balloons in that rage spell, they're gonna beeline straight into the middle of the base, and to get into these defenses, and those clan castle troops are gonna annihilate your balloons in a heartbeat. So always, always, always wait until those clan castle troops deploy first. Now the next one is definitely a dragon attack. I mean, that's dragon all day long. That's easy. 3 stars with dragons. I think we're getting into the really easy bases. I don't even know what this guy was thinking. He put his farming base in the war. Why would you do that? What an idiot. And now like I said, we're getting into the easy bases. These are just dragon attacks and piece of cake. As long as you have level 3 dragons, you really don't have anything to worry about whenever you're sending your dragons in. Just remember, if you're bringing balloons, wait till the CC troops come out. After that, you've got it made. And I bring 2 rage and 1 heal. If you want to do lightning, do 3 lightning. I would put a dragon in my clan castle if I do 3 lightning. That's just me. You have to, but that's just what I would do. And I don't really think I need to look at any of these, because dragons are so overpowered with Town Hall 7 attacks. You don't really have too many options, anyways. I mean, that's all you got. So nobody's gonna do an archer. A healer, giant, wizard raid on Town Hall 7, and dragons are just so much more powerful. It doesn't really make any sense. So. And level 2 hogs suck. So that's really about it. I just kind of wanted to go over some of those bases with you guys. Hopefully that makes you guys better attackers whenever you can look at a base and go, okay, this is how my hogs are going to path. Or the Expos are down, I want to use Lava Hounds. Or look at the air defenses and say, okay, they're overlapping, I don't want to use Lava Hounds. Look at the Inferno Towers if you happen to get to that stage. Know what to bring to go against Infernos. If it's a multi-target, bring high-level, high-hit power troops. So you want like golems and P.E.K.K.A.s. If it's a single-target Inferno, bring multiple troops that have less health, because that Inferno Tower can only hit 1 troop at a time, and it takes them a while. Because they start out at like, the damage per second is around 20 or so, and then it works its way up higher. So you definitely want to bring a large amount of troops. Witches are great against single targets. that's all I got for you. If you guys have questions or anything, just log. I'll be here. I'm always here. So I'll see y'all later.